George H.W. Bush was the director of the CIA, and then he became president. And when he was president, what happened? The first Gulf War. And what happened according to Osama bin Laden? He murdered 1 to 2 million Iraqi civilians. Why do you think that George H.W. Bush was so okay with murdering massive amounts of civilians? It's because George H.W. Bush personally murdered like thousands upon thousands of Japanese civilians during World War II. He was a pilot, just like my grandfather was a pilot, and they were in the Pacific, and they firebombed Tokyo, and they massively murdered like tons of Japanese people. And so H.W. Bush massively murdered tons of people. So his son, George W. Bush, was president during 9/11. And then what happened? He invaded Iraq, even though Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. Who had to do with 9/11? Egypt and Saudi Arabia and some other people. And so what did George W. Bush do? He massively murdered so many people. So the Bush family is probably the greatest murdering family in the history of the United States. Like, there's no family that has committed more mass murder than the Bushes. Now, what have we done? We put H.W. Bush's granddaughter and W. Bush's daughter on television, and everyone loves Jenna Bush Hager, probably because she's not a mass murderer. But we normalized the Bush family. Like, we've accepted them into popular culture. Everyone loves Jenna Bush, and the reality is that there is no family that has caused more problem for the United States than anyone else, or more problems for the United States than anyone else. And so all I'm saying is, if you guys are surprised by this policy that W. Bush started, and by how messed up the CIA is when they were under H.W. Bush, you shouldn't be surprised. The Bush family kind of set the tone for the CIA, and that's why there are so many psychopaths in the CIA. And I'm just saying, like, long term, CIA is going to be a problem. We've got a lot of trained assassins that are like radical right-wing nuts, and hopefully they don't know how to make the poisons that they use. Because I think generally they try to kill people discreetly, but all I'm saying is, like, does no one else notice the Bushes? Like, is no one else concerned about the Bushes? Like, I mean, they're like, it's like George W. Bush is okay now after everything he's done, and this guy's a war criminal. But it's just life.